Over the years, we've used many different words to describe the Treasure Valley's construction and development market. Strong, booming, slowing, dark, uncertain, resilient, recovering, and this year has been dubbed the Revival.
13 and 14 were great. They were a lot of fun. There was some nice projects that were built. It was exciting to be involved in kind of the hype of the valley getting revived and things back on the ground and rolling.
So I think this is probably one of the most dynamic times to be not only in Boise, but be part of downtown.
People are engaged. I think the recession finally feels like it's over, and now there's opportunity. Interest rates are still low. So a lot of developers are doing a lot of projects right now. And I think people are excited with the possibilities that are out there.
No complaints on 13 and 14. That was very fun. I could live through 3 or 4 more of those years.
In downtown Boise, on the heels of completing the 8th and Main building, another major project for Gardner Company and ESI.
We probably should have waited a little bit longer after doing 8th and Main and basked in the sunlight of a successful project before we dug another hole. But we didn't, just because of the timing of the transportation center and the needs. I think everyone sees the value that once it's done, it's going to really be that next step or transformation to downtown Boise.
The $75 million City Center Plaza, a complex project with several components, including a 5-story building that will connect the Boise Center to additional convention space and parking garage. The project also includes a 9-story building with new headquarters for Clearwater Analytics, Boise State University's Computer Science Department, 5 new restaurants, and an underground transportation hub, all set to open June of 2016.
There's a river feature with lights and LED lights that will run through the project that will connect the front of the U.S. Bank building to the plaza and the plaza to the Bass Block. And it will all open at the same time and be these 2 buildings that are connected and then also connected over through the arena over to the convention center.
The convention center has been a long time coming for Boise Center. The first project plans to expand came more than 15 years ago.
Boise Center can currently do a convention for 500 people, and that includes hotel availability. But from a space to be able to feed, meet, and exhibit for a convention group, 400 to 500 is the max we can do. The new space will allow us to double that.
As the City Center Plaza takes shape, cranes continue to move above the Jump project on the city block near Myrtle and 11th Streets. The $70 million Jack's Urban Meeting Place is in the final phases of construction. The 6-story, 65,000 square foot building, multi-level parking garage, and urban park is set to open late spring. On Washington Street between 6th and 7th, the $7.5 million state parking garage. The 5.5-story structure is set to be complete in August. The old Ada County Courthouse on Jefferson is in the final stage of a $6 million renovation, and this fall will open as the new University of Idaho Law School. On the historic corner of 10th and Grove, the 119 multi-use redevelopment is underway. The $7 million project will create 30 living units and is set to be complete this fall. On 11th and Main Streets, the Owyhee opened last summer. The 7-story, $15 million renovation took 2 years and includes commercial and retail, open deck, and large meeting spaces, as well as 36 rental apartments. On Capitol at Julia Davis Park, a $10 million renovation on the Idaho Historical Museum. The 3-year project includes a 13,000 square foot expansion and moving artifacts off-site to preserve them. Also downtown, 915 Park Apartments, the 4-story, 75,000 square foot mixed-use building on the corner of Walnut and Park Streets, set to be completed this month. The project is a mixed-use building with residential units, live-work units, a gym, and retail. On the corner of Rose Hill and Vista, a new 24-unit student housing project. The $2.2 million complex opened its doors last August. Boise State University campus is surrounded by construction projects. Completed last August, the $1.4 million DeChevereux Field, adjacent to the West Broncos Stadium parking lot. Boise Heights, a $19 million 5-story student housing project located on LaPointe Street, has 130 living units and is set to open this summer. And the Vista, a 2-building, 539 student housing complex located near BSU campus, under construction and scheduled to open for the 2015 fall semester. Also under construction, a $12 million, 43,000 square foot BSU Alumni Center, set to be complete this fall. On Broadway, a $1.5 million Pioneer Federal Credit Union was completed last month. On Federal Way, Campbell Company is just finishing up a $1.2 million 2-story building that will be used for research and development as well as circuit board production. Terraces of Boise, a $53 million project located in the Harris Ranch community, is a life care senior residential project with 10 buildings on a 13-acre site. The project will be completed in phases, the first this summer and the second phase in December. And on Park Center, half of the old 85,000 square foot Park Center Mall was renovated to the new Sage International School, completed in time for classes to start last fall. The school has plans to renovate the additional space. And St. Alphonsus is constructing a 13,000 square foot, $4.5 million urgent and primary care facility on Park Center near Bound Crossing. The project also includes cardiology, orthopedics, and physical therapy and will be complete this summer. And on the St. Alphonsus campus off the Connector, the emergency department received a $15 million, nearly 27,000 square foot expansion and renovation. Near Boise Town Square Mall on Milwaukee, Dick's Sporting Goods now occupies the 45,000 square foot former Toys R Us building. In Meridian, the Village is crawling with grand openings. New in 2014, Sur La Table, Pier 1 Imports, Blaze Pizza, Pure Health and Lifestyle, and firsts for Idaho, Corner Bakery and Cafe Zupas. First American Title leased nearly 6,400 square feet of office space and just opened this week at the Village, the two-story, 12,000 square foot Mountain West Bank on the northeast corner of Fairview and Eagle. Also in Meridian, on Franklin, just west of Locust Grove, H.D. Fowler Company completed its $2 million admin building last fall. And on East Water Tower, a $4 million Meridian Public Safety and Training Center is set to open this spring. United Heritage near Meridian Road and the freeway expanded in 2014 with a $4 million, nearly 20,000 square foot building designed to receive 20% of its electric power from solar. And Touchmark at Meadow Lake Village, a $17 million assisted living project that includes a fitness area and 59 living units. The nearly 76,000 square foot building is scheduled to open this fall. The Meridian LDS Temple is under construction on North Linder Road, north of Chinden near the river. The 65,000 square foot building and surrounding 15-acre site will take 18 months to complete. And construction along 10 Mile just south of Chinden is gearing up. A new Walmart recently opened there. At Highway 16, a $39 million freeway is completed that connects State Street to Chinden. The project is the first phase of the highway that will eventually connect State Street to Interstate 84. And Interstate 84 has had its share of projects over the years. $495 million and 20 projects over the last 7 years have affected the freeway between the Broadway exit and Nampa. In all, 8 freeway crossings, 5 widened bridges, a new 10-mile interchange, and an expanded 12 miles of freeway to 4 lanes along that stretch. In Nampa, several projects to see. Just off the Garrity exit, St. Alphonsus Medical Center, the 3-story, $67 million clinic was completed in October and includes parking, medical office space, orthopedics, physical therapy, cardiology, and maternity services. And this year, St. Alphonsus plans to build an 18,000 square foot, $2.5 million urgent and primary care clinic on Karcher and Middleton Roads, set to open late fall. Last November, the 338,000 square foot former Micron facility opened its doors after an $85 million renovation with a new owner and applesauce manufacturer Matern. On 2nd Street South in downtown Nampa, the $21 million Library Square project is wrapping up construction this month. The redevelopment of the entire city block includes a 62,000 square foot 3-story library, 3-story parking garage, retail, and office. There's also a public plaza with water feature and grass area. On 1st Street South in Nampa, a new building for Terry Riley Health Services. The $6.2 million, 30,000 square foot building more than doubles the size of the previous clinic and will open this spring. Also set to open this spring on West Karcher Road, the 60,000 square foot wood grain millwork building. And Treasure Valley Crossing got a shot in the arm with new construction and development of Dick's Sporting Goods, Hobby Lobby, Sleep Country, and PetSmart. On Midland Boulevard in Nampa, a $5 million medical project, BioLife Plasma Services. Finally in Nampa, a 65-acre site on the corner of Linden and Madison Roads is under construction to develop the new Ridgeview High School, set to open for classes fall of 2016. Moving to Caldwell, a $1.9 million Caldwell Commons project near Eustic and Cleveland. The 6-acre development will include a 20,000 square foot grocery outlet and is set to be done this April. The Canyon County Administration Building was completed last summer, a 3-story, $6.5 million office building. And on the College of Idaho campus, the $3.4 million, 22,000 square foot first phase of the new Marty Hawley Athletic Center is complete. A $1.2 million second phase will be added later and include an outdoor education center. And the new Simplot potato processing plant is up and running at near capacity. Several of the company's plants closed over the last 2 years and consolidated into this 380,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility. And a few projects to highlight from around the state. 2 new $14 million elementary schools in Twin Falls, both slated to open next year. A $2 million expansion and remodel at Magic Valley Regional Airport to be completed this fall. In Ketchum, a new $53 million hotel is planned at Highway 75 and River Streets, scheduled to open in 2016. Sun Valley Lodge is set to undergo a major remodel this year. And in McCall, a new $3.6 million McCall Bridge opened in November. Talking about projects from around the state is a new highlight as Boma Boise becomes Boma, Idaho and expands its reach.
It's nice to hear you're expanding out and spreading the Boma goodness everywhere.
As business and growth picks up around the state, those in the market have confidence this year will bring more plans and more projects, but also the possibility of an increase in rates.
My concerns a year ago and 2 years ago were, okay, when are interest rates going to start going up? And when they do, how does that affect my business and everyone? And they've stayed flat, right? So I think that's fueled a lot of our growth because we've said, hey, interest rates are still low, let's just keep on going with this because it allows you some flexibility with how you underwrite and how you finance all this.
Construction costs are also an issue.
Cost of the construction has gone up in the last 18 months, even though lenders are more willing to participate in those. The deals still have to make sense. So on the retail side, it's been much, much better. But I won't say it's back to where it was in pre-recession times, which may not be all that bad for us.
For now, we see projects underway and in the pipeline, and that sets high but careful expectations for 2015 and beyond.
I don't think the cranes are going to stop with Jump or with us. The cranes are going to move, and they're going to move down to Parcel B and Parcel A. I'm more excited about 5 years. I think this is probably one of the most dynamic times to be not only in Boise, but be part of downtown in its core development.
Very optimistic, but also realistic about what we just went through and hopefully learning from that.
It's hard to predict. I mean, all the indicators are still good for us. I think the Valley is well positioned and the state of Idaho is well positioned to continue to do really well going forward.